Welcome to the unseen. Truth doesn't hide forever, not from the eyes that see. Spirits stir, clues awaken. Let the seeing begin. Behind every crime, a shadow speaks. I'm Lady Zelda. Welcome to Seeing Crime. And hello to every one of you. Welcome, welcome. It is Saturday, December the 20th, and it's this time of year. Wait, we need a fire. We need a fire in the fireplace. Hello. Fire, please. Let me get the fire. Let me get the fire. Here we go. There we are. How is everybody? How are you? How are things? What's going on? Hello, hello. I'm so happy that you are here. And this is the last stream before Christmas. This week is kind of busy for me because it's my son's birthday on Christmas Day. For those of you that didn't know that, he is my little gift. Now he's my big gift. And he's reaching a milestone, so I'm very, very happy to be here. I see that some of you like the glasses. I want you to know, do you remember the old movie with Steve Martin and The Jerk, where he made that thing that went on your glasses, that it kept your glasses up like this? And then everybody went around and were cross-eyed. That's how these make me feel, because this bright rim is all about drawing attention to my peripheral vision, and it makes my eyes water. So if you see my eyes watering, you know. So there we go. So yes, I've been seeing everything about everything. My gosh, we've got a lot to talk about tonight. We got a lot to talk about. So I'm just going to tell you, my darlings, hello, and to each and every one of you, and thank you for being here. I can't believe it. It's this stream. It's this stream, right? It's like, so there's a lot going on. And because of Aunt BB2, and Captain Jerry sent me the, thank you so much for the membership, Shorty. Thank you. Shortly. Thank you. Good evening, Shortly. Thank you. Big hugs. Thank you. So because of everything that's going on, we've got some birthdays in here. Don't let me forget to sing happy birthday before we get out of here. I got to tell you something. Not more than 3 minutes ago, I was eating cheese, Havarti cheese, and drinking a Dr. Pepper. What? So, here we are. Thank you so much. Now, there's some new things that have come out about Jennifer McCabe and Carrie Roberts. But first, I was talking about Captain Jerry and Aunt BB2. But if there is Morgan in the chat, if you could let me know, Morgan, paging Morgan, if you are in here, please, paging Morgan. So anyway, we're going to talk about a lot, but I want to show you a video. If somebody can tell me if Morgan, when Morgan comes in, or if she does, well, it doesn't matter. We're going to show it anyway, and there we go. There's my Aunt BB2. Thank you so much. And I'm about to show that video because both you and Captain Jerry were telling me where to go. And not to the hot place. But before we do, I have to say hello. Thank you, everyone. I have to say hello and thank you to Miss Morgan because she really went out of her way. She went out of her way. It's with some gifts. It says, enjoy your gift. Merry gifts should be plural because she went out of her way. Merry Christmas. Absolutely love your YouTube channel. Warm regards, Morgan. How sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Now, thank you, Nurse Kate. Oops, hello. Hello, pretty. I see your chat's going pretty fast, and I can't keep up with it. StreamYard, we have to have a talk. We have to have a talk, StreamYard, because these things go pretty quick. There we are. Thank you, my darling, for becoming a member. Thank you, thank you. I know you love it here. So, first of all, hello there to each and every one of you coming in. I love that you're here. Count them, 2 journals. One that is lined, hurrah, and then another one that is the graph. Hurrah! There's more. Then a box of nails. She knows me. That's the kind that I wear because they're the most comfortable and they look the most natural. And she bought me the glue. And this is the kind of nail glue that I use. Now, every now and then, I just may get a wild streak. Calm down. Calm down, Zelda. I may get a wild streak, and then I paint them. But I wear them over and over. Someday I'll show you what I do. Jewels, not tools. That's it. Hello. Then, I didn't unwrap this. It's one of those totes, and it's like a craft tote. Talk about beautiful, wonderful, fantastic, because I put all my goodies in them. If you would see these totes sitting around here, to me, it's better than a set of drawers. It's better than having a garage. It's better than all those things. I love it. But yes, the nails, I get several wears out of these. Several. Because you take care of them. The way that I take them on or put them on, you can just pop them off. There's no nail damage. And then I have an electric file. I don't file my natural nail, but I just take the glue off the other ones and skippity-doo-dah, they're ready to go. Ready. Hi, Tilly, my darling. Hello. Welcome, welcome. And I want to welcome my mods and welcome True Oracle is here. So thank you so much. Big hugs for the room. Standing Stone says, I love it. So there we are. Well, down to earth, I don't know. Like the red shades. Well, I like them too, but I'm going to tell you, I don't wear them often. It was a toss up between a Santa's hat and it's too big. I can't, it just keeps whatever. Or these. And I opted for these because they are so festive, but they mess with my peripheral vision. And my peripheral vision doesn't like it. My eyes will water. They'll start watering pretty soon. Because, you know, it's like you're looking like this. And look who's here. It's Petey Pinknose. Ian is up, and every time Ian cannot pay attention to him, I get this man. And then it's like, Mommy. So there you are, my darlings. I'm so happy that you're here. The first thing that I want to do, I have been welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. The first thing that I would like to do is I would like to there you go. There you go. The first thing that I would like to do, oh, wait a minute. Did he leave without you? Yes, he did. You know what that means? That means he's busy and you have to get down. Thank you. Goodbye. Anyway, there's a certain person in here tonight that I have to say thank you to. And it's not that I've forgotten him. I have not. Do you remember when I said a couple of weeks ago that something was coming by airmail? It has. It did. It arrived. And it is from my original Lord of my Ring. And it's because I've been talking about this for such a long time. It is an antique diary that's not been written in, that he found. And it's gorgeous. And the leather smells so terrific. And it's because I keep talking about, my brother and I keep talking about the diary that my aunt had. And it's so important to me, and I don't know if I'm ever going to get to see it or look into it or whatever, but he traveled afar. And look at this. I got to show you. Now, he didn't write in this because this is me. This is my journey. I'm going to put in here what I want, and probably with my journey with him and his channel, and I'm going to tell you why. Look at this. Look at this. I wish you could see the pages, the vintage. There are 5 signatures. A signature, for those of you who don't know, a signature took me a while to learn about journals, and it was a few years ago. But a journal, a signature, is like when you have big pieces of paper and you fold them in half in groups. And then, let me see if I can show you here. Hello. You see, that is where the signature is sewn in. This is one signature. So this is hand sewn, 2 signatures. It's hand sewn into this leather binding, and this is what holds it all together. And it's got this, I mean, it is antique. I don't know how I did it. So there we go. I love it. So far, I've got the key, I've got the ring, I've got the journal. Keep him coming. He had some things to do. I don't know if he's in the chat or not. He was in earlier. I love it. I just want you to know how much that sort of thing means more to me than I can, because it's from the heart. You know, it's that whole cool, really cool thing. Could I make my own journals? I have before, yes. But I don't know if it's linen or not, Standing Stones. I don't know. Let me check. I don't know. It doesn't, I don't think so. It's very sturdy. See, it's kind of like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm making noise. It's very, and you know, the intimidating thing, I do, Captain Jerry. The intimidating thing with me is, what do I write in this? Because whatever I write in this is going to stay. It's going to stick. And it's kind of like, what do you do with the first entry? I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. We're going to catalog, me, I'm going to be continuing to ask him a bunch of questions. And I want to, first of all, thank you for each and every one of you for coming over there and listening to the podcast, because this last one we had 8,300 views. I don't understand, because we really just didn't think that it was gonna, we're not doing it for that reason. If it gets monetized, it gets monetized. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But the reason that we want to do this is because we are having a chronicle of this story, of his history, of his story. Because think about this. You're around for 500 years. You no longer have family. You no longer have friends. When I speak with him, he's in one room, which is his study. He'll walk me around. Let me see. And I catalog and I draw it out. And then I make the pictures that you see based on what I see there. So we've got a pretty good schedule. So Christmas, the podcast is going to be all about Christmastide. That's what he calls it. And when he tells you what it is, you guys are going to love it. Christmastide. Then, sorry, it is rum raisin lipstick night. Then, New Year's Day, another podcast. We will be talking about the catacombs underneath the castle. Think catacombs in Paris, only turn up the volume. Catacombs, secret passageways, tunnels. Then the second week in January, we will be using, we will be recording all about his library. And I am making pictures, and you guys will be stunned. I could move into his library. Thank you very much, and be happy. But we're going to show you why the library is so important to Castle Keep, because it during the day, during those days, were Command Central. Command Central. And it looks like it. And his study, it's like here. No, it isn't. This is my brainchild of a room that I would like to have one day. And look at the little girls here, the little witch girls. And then of course there's Poe over here, and there he is. But you see there's like a second, I love this. But off of his library is a room that is his study. And that's where we talk. It's fascinating. Fascinating. So, with that, yeah, Poe and his bow, right? Poe and a bow. He's probably thinking, all right, so there we are. Now, I want to show you, we've been talking about this. Thank you so much, you guys. We have been talking, and don't forget, and I'm just going to say this right now. 2026 is a brand new year. Changes are happening with this channel, True Oracle, and many other things, and it's all positive. I just want you to know that I am no longer saying, correct English, Zelda, I am no longer saying, remember your grifting psychic. Because that was someone else's opinion, that's not mine, and the joke is old. So, I'm not grifting. This is a job, and that's why I'm here. All right, so there we are, my darlings. Here's what I want to show you. You've heard me talk about Yuri Bukhanek. You've heard me talking about that. and about how he looked really well, he looks odd in my opinion anyway, but how he looked even more odd because he looked at the evidence bag of John O'Keefe. Let's go watch that video. And then we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Jennifer McCabe. We're going to talk about Carrie Roberts and some disgusting things that have been released and come out. Then we're going to talk a little bit about Brian Walsh and Mama Walsh. And we'll just keep talking. But before I run the film, I'm going to say this. It is a new time, it is a new day, and it's a new year. Over the past month and a half, I keep getting this trying to reel me in to what's going on. No. Lockjaw, because silence is my game. Lockjaw. Not gonna happen. Not. Now, let's get to the movie. Here we go. We're adding this to the stage. Now, what you're going to be seeing, let me set the center stage here. This is in court this last time. This is reviewing Hank. Hank and his ham sandwich is talking with Yuri, and Yuri is trying to talk through this. This is a precursor of what, oh, look here, here's my doll. Hi, my darling. Hello, how are you, my darling? This is the young lady that is, well, invited Ian, you know who he is, onto her team, but they've been friends for a long time, and they've been, gosh, I don't want to say the word playing together. They have a play date together quite often, and they do this sort of thing. So please say hello to Mama Sins. Hi there, my darlings. Hi. So if she's watching, everybody else is watching, I guess I have to behave a little bit. Pardon me. Okay, they collaborate. Thank you, Kelly. They are collaborating. There we go. There we are. Hello, everyone. You come in my channel, and I know you. Look out. You're gonna get a hello too. All right, my darling. Here we are. So let's get back to the. I'm so glad. Thank you, honey, for coming in. You made my century. All right. No. Go. Sorry. Petey, pink nose. No. All right. So here's the deal, my darlings. Hank and his ham sandwiches are talking about what's his face? Yuri. I don't want you to say oh my gosh. That is a time, even though I miss it, that is a time that I just I know Karen does too. Here we go. Let me start this, and I'll be quiet so you all can hear. Here we go. Now, I'm starting this midstream. Get down, buddy. Here we are. There we go. You may have to turn up your sound a little bit. There we are. Okay, so watch this doofus. This dork head doofus.
After that video, did you have an opportunity to look at video at about 5:05 p.m.?
Watch him.
I'm sorry, there was a noise coming from a bag over here. I apologize.
Not a problem.
Can you repeat that question?
Sure. On January 28,
Sorry,
2022,
there was a
did you have a
noise.
chance to look at
Let's
video from the
replay
ring
this.
at about
Let's
5:05
replay this. Where are you?
p.m.? 22. Did you review it from the?
Oh shoot! Come on now.
Okay.
Where are we? I have to set this up correctly because I want to see this jerk once again.
Thank you. After that video, did you have
Watch him.
an opportunity to look at video at about 5:05 p.m.?
I'm sorry, there was a noise coming from a bag over here. I apologize.
Of course there
Can you
was.
repeat that question?
Sure. On January 28, 2022, did you have a?
Of course there was. You nincompoop. Of course there was. That if you want to know what that bag was, it was the evidence bag that had John O'Keefe's clothing in. That's what it is. Talk about energy. You know what I say about energy. Energy doesn't lie, the numbers don't lie. Well, yes, and Standing Stones, hello, let's get this here. Standing Stones, my darling, and forgive me, the chat is just going, StreamYard is on its best worst behavior tonight. So if I miss you, I'm sorry. And if I slow it down, it just like does the dump. Ooh, and then I don't see anybody. I think you and I both saw a shadow figure in court. Yes, there were shadow figures in court. And especially when Jennifer McCabe was testifying. That shadow figure was right, but it went between she and the witness stand and the judge's bench. Right around her. Let me see if I have a little something I can play for you. Let me see if I do. Because this will give you a good idea of what I kind of sort of saw. Because you know that Carrie, she's a talker. She's a talker. Let me see if I can find this. I should have had it queued up because I just thought about it. But I did see that. I know Standing Stones said that he saw the same thing. And it was kind of sort of horrific. Oh, here. I can give you this image. This is an image only. It's not the videos that I made. But this is oh, I'll shoot. We're having trouble sharing your image. Thank you, StreamYard. Let me try it again. Let me try this again. One thing about Petey, he always leaves a little present, and that is like a little piece of hair. All right. Where are you? Where are you, Jen? Big Jen. Let me see. I've got some little kids screaming out here. And you don't know what it does to me when I hear kids screaming like that. They're playing, but it's like, please don't scream like that. All right, let me do this. Let's do this. Let me see this. Now, I just saw that. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves because, you know. Hello, Jennifer. Are you going to go get your blowout, or would you like to come and show me what this is? Because I've got a little show I want to put on here. All right, let me see. There it is. There it is. Oh. We may celebrate, and rejoice. That's it. To me, now, of course, I exaggerated her face perhaps a little, but to her right was this shadow figure, and then beyond that was Judge Auntie Bev. Hi, Nancy. Welcome in, my darling. Welcome. And that's what I saw. Split second. See, it doesn't matter if you have a cross around your neck. That's a symbol. It's what's inside that matters. It's what's inside that matters. She believed me. She had a coach for testifying because she knew she was just going to get pummeled. And she got pummeled. And now wait until you hear what else I've got in store for you. So yeah, that's kind of what I said. It was split second, and I kept running it back. And you know, something like that, when you recognize it, it will disappear because it doesn't want to be recognized any longer. So let me tell you a little delicious little thing that we found out today, and I haven't been able to talk too much about it because I was just seeing it. And that is in one of Attorney Mark Bettero's letters, it redacted some things about some conversation that Jennifer McCabe, Jawbone Jenny, and Carrie Roberts, you know, the talker, were having as early as February 2nd at 11:47 a.m., right after John was shamardered on the front lawn. He wasn't there, but he was just thrown out like a piece of garbage. So she and Carrie, so now it's unredacted and it's kind of making its rounds. So now she and Carrie were talking about and joking. Come here. They were joking. You love it when I do the Boston accent. I do too. There's something about it, right? They were joking. And they were chatting, and it tells this right in the unredacted footnote of Attorney Mark Bettero's letter. And they were joking about who was going to play them in the movie. And they were joking that they were Cagney and Lacey, and how Mac McCabe was Magnum PI. Magnum PI? Matt McCabe, pardon me. What? Joking in their text. This is a laughing matter. Jennifer McCabe, Jawbone Jen, you said this was your friend. You said this was your friend. If that were my friend laying on the front lawn, I certainly wouldn't be asking who Cagney and Lacey was. But there's more. But there's more. Now, you know what Carrie says? You know, the talker. Pardon me. It's the last before Christmas, and I can say that. She's a pisser. She's a pisser. Magnum PU, that's right. Carrie Roberts, the talker, said, who's going to play you, Jen? Because Sandra Bullock is going to play me, meaning herself. Sandra Bullock? What? I don't think so, Carrie. What are we thinking about? talking pizza. That's right. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? You know, that kind of sort of makes my blood boil that much more. Sandra Bullock? I know who's going to play me. It'll be Valerie Bertinelli sitting behind something and going, "Oh, let's read cards." Matt McCabe, Magnum PI. This is so disgusting. But do we expect anything more from this group, from the McHouse McDefendants? I don't think so. Thank you guys. I love you guys. Thank you. I don't think so. It's disgusting. And you know what? I'm going to tell you this. I don't care. I'm going to keep at I'm going to say this. I do very little in the movement. Except I'm here and I read cards and I do my forensic stuff and whatever. I can tell you this, John will have justice in 2026. It may be later, but he will have justice in 2026. It may not be what we want, but some things are going to be coming out. Just like Eddie O'Brien's case. He had to wait for quite some time, but it'll be coming out. Think about this. Think about this. We have somebody who put a rock on the lawn at 34 Fairview and it just magically disappears. Well, that was on purpose. And I wonder if the homeowners at 34 Fairview Road right now have Ring camera that shows who put the rock and who didn't. And that rock was a symbol. It was a symbol of witchery to manipulate the jury. That's why it was there. And it didn't work. And so you can see the dark stuff will backfire. And you'll start seeing it backfire on them. Just like the dolls. First of all, I'm just going to say this. If you're brave enough or perhaps stupid enough to get voodoo dolls, yes, I said, from whatever, Temu, whatever, some practitioner that probably charged her out the wah to get them, you don't keep them on your coffee table displayed in a little gift bowl. Oh, here, have a piece of candy. Oh, wait a minute. I got to move my dolls first. Here, help yourself to the voodoo doll candy. What? All of that is so strange and stupid, and I knew it was coming from her because, hello. I don't know if you remember that this year, but I got attacked. And she went back to her little hole. Whatever she sent, oh, come on. I'll take you on, you cow. So, believe me, and if you don't think that stuff, you can tell that how dare they, right? How dare they? But I knew she was dabbling. And even her neighbor said, do you remember this? Even her neighbor said, oh, if we go out somewhere, watch. I'll stare at somebody and I can make them drink your beer. Well, drink their beer. I'm sorry, Jen. You're in Massachusetts, in a town in Canton. You don't have to make anybody drink any beer. They're going to do it anyway. on their own fruition. So yeah. So this is going to be your, and don't worry, I'm going to be watching. Watch out. You see, people like this, and here's the thing. You can't bring this up in court. Now, I'm no lawyer. You know that. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I can't park my car. I'm just a talker. But you can't bring these things up in a court of law because it's considered freedom of religion, freedom of speech, free will, and there's no law against it. I mean, there should perhaps be to that, but how do you regulate that? That's something that you just, hello, then we would be back to, we'd be talking like we did on the podcast last Thursday. She is full of the brown stuff, everybody. So here's the thing. I have to share this with you going into the end of the year because she's not done yet. And that's why she hired a coach to come in here and testify. Miss Blowout Tan of 2025 with the cross. Did it burn a mark on her chest? That's my question. Has it burned a mark on her chest yet? But whenever you dabble in that sort of thing, it comes back to it. Here, check the clock. It's going to come back. It's going to come back to you. Doesn't matter. It'll be back. Here's why. You're trying to manipulate free will. You can't do that. It might work for a very, very short period of time. But as you can see, it didn't work. The rock on the lawn didn't manipulate the jury. It didn't manipulate anybody. Court cases are getting dropped. Lawyers are jumping in for these people that they're after. Thank you so much, Nancy. And guess what? If you speak to a real, and I don't like to say word witch, because that's not, it's like a psychic in some ways. I don't like that word. But if you speak to someone who practices, they're going to look at you and go, oh no, we're not going to do this. It's like Jezebel magazine hiring witches off of Etsy to hurt Charlie Kirk. Because there's a big payment with that. Because when you do that, no amount of money is going to help you when that all comes stumbling home. And it does. And it will. And you don't know how it's going to come. It could hit you in the finances. It could hit you in the health. It could hit you in your family. It could hit you anywhere. And you better be careful. So she's drawn the line in the sand. She's drawn the line in the sand. Even the warlocks, all that stuff, you ask them, they won't go that far because they know. And now it's just a matter of time. See, she knew. She knows. She knew. Because the first trial was so inundated by the court of public opinion and how everyone felt about that 2:27 a.m. Google search. And Ian Wiffleball is what I call him, can change all the data all he wants to. He got paid a nice price, but it doesn't change the facts. She is going to start reaping. Watch, and it will come back when it is needed. There's no time. It's like the credit. It's like the karma credit system. You buy now, or you pay forever. So this is yeah. So I just want to point out, because I've been thinking a lot about this past year. Listen, it is no wonder that Karen needed a little sabbatical. I would have been wrapped up in one of those jackets and in a rubber room, because I don't know if you'd ever seen anything like this. In my many years, probably 25 years of working with law enforcement or lawyers or some type of working on cases, I have never seen a case. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist, but I've never seen a case like Karen's. Well, now Aiden's case is kind of like that, but a case like Karen's, that every day you're in court. Every day they're throwing some type of crap after you. Every day they're trying to do some type of motion and they won't let the sidebars over. Oh, wait. Those sidebars are going to be good. I'm especially interested in seeing what Auntie Bev wanted to cover up from the garage. Because she wouldn't let a lot of that stuff in. And now, seriously, this has been, I can remember. It was June 18th, and I can remember everybody like, we want Karen to be acquitted, but what are we going to do after? Oh, I don't know. I guess we can go through all of the civil suits that are going to come up, because this thing is going to last forever. Button up. Even she said last night in a live stream she was in for a fundraiser. This isn't going away. They're going to keep after her. You know why? It's because these people, a small portion of the people, but they have the biggest portion of the power. The MSP, unless there's some changes in the DA's office and in the structure of that justice system in the state, this will continue because it's been going on for so long. They just all have been getting away with it. And Karen and Aiden, but Karen is the one who brought out all this bad behavior. And you know what? They're mad. They're going to go after her as much as they can. They are not going to be happy. They are not going to stop. And it's going to take some change. And the pitiful part around this, yeah, the whole entire state is corrupt. You're right. And it's very bad. But the whole entire thing has been her. My God, thank God for her. If this would have been me, I'd be busting rocks in Toledo. Because this would have been, many of us would have been wrongfully charged and sentenced. Thank God she had the team that she did. And I'm going to tell you something. The team she had, best in the business as far as I'm concerned. Very good. The best of the best. And look how hard they fought. Look how hard they fought. If she would have had a mediocre attorney, he would have given up. That's very intimidating. A lot of attorneys, the ones that you and I know, would not give up. They're not intimidated. They ain't got no quit. That's right, Kat. So I want you to think back. Let's reflect on the year a little bit when this and all of these people laughing. And it's coming up on this anniversary of John contacting me and showing me remotely how these people laughed over his body. What kind of sickness is that? Sick. Evil. They are monsters. They are monsters. And if anybody wants to know why I'm in the paranormal and I associate with whomever that I do in card readings, immortal men, and whatever, and I just get focused on time travel and all these other, it's because that stuff is a heck of a lot scarier than the ones that we have here on Earth. The ones that can do harm. The ones that can pluck you out of society and put you away behind bars when you are an innocent person and you're stuck there because the appeal process takes not days, not months, but years. I was thinking of the Lord of the Rings the other day. I forget what her name is. She was played, I love her character. She was narrating about the rings. And she said, and yet, for 2,500 years. And the moment that she said that, and yet, for 2,500 years, I thought, oh, forevermore. That just reminds me of these cases, right? For 2,500 years. Pardon me. I'm talking myself dry. I'm talking myself dry. In my little House of Zelda, we don't have these anymore because I'm changing. I changed shops and I gotta maneuver a way around. So, with that being said, my darlings, there's a lot of work to be done. Now, hold on just a minute. Let's see if I can send you, I want to show you another little picture. Another picture. Another picture. If I can find it, talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Where is that thing? It's not. Hello? Hello? You love the red glass. I got these in a set for every one of you who like these frames. They came in the set. They had the black and then the two-tone ombre ones and everything. I love them because you know my favorite color is red. I love them. But I can't drive with these. I don't drive with glasses anyway, but I mean, these frames are, if I had a thinner frame, I would probably wear them more. They remind me of Sally Jesse Raphael. Who remembers her? Remember Sally Jesse Raphael? Anyway, my darlings, it has been this crazy year. Crazy year. And Sally. So anyway, for those, you can get them on Amazon. I got 3 pair for like $8.95. Why not? Why not? Hold on. Somebody said something. Oh. So anyway, I'm sorry about that, my darlings. So I have a little announcement that I'd like to make. And I just want you to know that everything is fine. Everything is great. But after tonight, I will no longer be streaming on a schedule. I will be live streaming here and there. So this is my last live of 2025. And the reason being is because I want to really concentrate on my readings on the channels. I want to concentrate. I have just a few credits before I can have a double doctorate. I don't know if I want to do it. I'm going to look into it. There's books. Yes, there is a schedule every Saturday night at 7, every Monday night at 7, and then whatever in between. It's going to be live on the fly. It'll be a live on the fly. Hi there, little Miss Red. I'll still be around. I'm going to be here. I'm going to do the psychics. I have to work the psychic line. I have to be, yes, it is Saturday. The psychic line. It is going to be, I already have my doctorate in metaphysical sciences, and this would be a companion doctorate in a theology, but it would not be so I can become a pastor or reverend or anything else. It would be basically so I could be a researcher. So that's what. Now I'm going to still sporadically go live, and anytime anything happens, I'm going to go live. I'll probably have some members only. We'll do this, we'll do that. But this is taking a lot of time and a lot of energy. And there are times that I have to, the marathon lives that I do, it's nobody's fault but my own, because I enjoy it, but it just drains me. And so this week I'm going to spend with my son. We're going to watch Stranger Things. I'm going to watch even Stranger Things. I want to watch Lord of the Rings with my Lord of the Ring. Who knows how that can happen? And I just want to do all kinds of different things. I want to start this journal, and I'm going to be working a lot on this other channel. So we're not going to miss anything. You're not going to miss anything at all. There's nothing to miss. I'm still going to be posting here. I'm still going to be posting. But, if I'm just a few credits short, you know what they say, a few cards short of a full deck of a double doctorate, why shouldn't I do it? Why shouldn't I do it? Yeah, Ruby, you have to get a personal reading calling either the line, or you have to go to the website. So I just want you to know there will be no stream starting tonight, next Saturday night. I need to break. And I got some things that I want to do. Like there's a book that I've half started, and there's another one that I've half started. Now, there's going to be, I have been told there are some people that want me on as a guest, and I'll definitely do that. You will be seeing me. I will be here. I'm just going to do that. I need to do this for me. And because it does take a lot of energy. It does take a lot of energy for me to do it. And I think 2 years of a schedule, and I have had very few days. So 2 years of a streaming on a regular, I don't know how other people do it. It is a lot but I've got plans here, and that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm just, I'm ready. I'm ready. Hold on just a minute. My man is asking me, the one in the room by the name of Ian, what's going to eat. Okay. So, well, there's not going to be really anything to miss. There's not going to be anything to miss at all, because you're still going to see me. I'm going to still be doing the radio or the videos. You know, my darlings, when I first started doing this, give me a second here. When I first started doing this, Digit, when I first started doing this, I did not do any I did not do any lives. I was I had imposter syndrome. Very bad. You can ask Mrs. Marie from True Oracle. She was encouraging me to go live all the time. And I didn't know. And I'm glad I stretched out of that boundary, and I'm glad I overcame. I'm just glad of all that. But it doesn't mean the videos are going to stop, and it doesn't mean anything else. It's just I'm going to stop with the lives, and that's what I'm going to. Well, I know, my darlings, but I got to tell you this. It does interfere a little bit with my job, and I can't do that because it drains me, and I still have to do readings. And for those of you who have readings with me now, I'm almost caught up, so please hang in there. And I want to tell you a little bit about the numerology readings, okay? The numerology readings that I do, and especially depending upon the tier that you get, the numerology readings that I do take about an hour and a half to 2 hours to figure out. And I do everything by hand. And then I transfer it over into Word so I can print it out, because if I did all these by hand, you guys would not be able to read them. I get to chicken scratch by the end of the day, and it doesn't look nice. So then I put it on Word, then I print it out, then I record it, which takes about 35 to 40 minutes, and then I upload it, which takes another 30 minutes for me to do. So every numerology reading that you order takes about 3 hours, 3.5 hours to process. It is a lot. And if you can be patient, it is well worth it, because the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. And here we go with Miss Patricia. Every reading you've done for me showed a baby, but with my age, you felt it was more of a new beginning. We found out tonight my daughter and her husband are expecting their second baby. Oh, yay! Bravo, bravo. Patricia, see, it is a new beginning. You got a new BB. A new BB is coming. You got oh, look at this. Teresa, thank you. Oh, look there. Is that the man? Is that the man, the myth and the legend? It looks like him. Thank you so much, darling. Thank you so much for your generosity. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mine was great. Thank you, Gigi. I know who you is. Thank you. Thank you. Hope you have a happy winter solstice, Lady Zelda. Look at you. I know those guys are. Thank you. And to you as well. Thank you. Thank you. How do I do them? I have my own system. It's called the Zeldan Codex Case Studies. And the interesting thing, or not, and I don't know if any of you have been in the JFK when he's talking about Eddie O'Brien. Eddie O'Brien, for those of you who don't know, was wrongfully accused of shamoidoing his neighbor, his best friend's mother. Personally, I don't feel they did it. Yes, Daphne, they are. They are very different. They're my own system. Personally, I do not believe that he did this at all. In fact, I'm just going to tell you, I feel that I know who did it. But I can't say, because it's one of those things. I did a numerology forensic. Now, there are different things with Eddie, I did a forensic reading. For Karen, for Aiden, for Jennifer McCabe, all forensic readings. And what happened was when I went on JFK's show, I literally read, not all of it, it's several pages, like 20 pages long of numerology and all this, working all the numbers together. And because I take from the biblical numerology, and I take from the Roman numerals, and I take from here, and I take from there, and I go off and I look at elements. And because elements in the numerology are different from elements that are in astrology, so you just do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. And what I came up with Eddie O'Brien was kind of chilling. Oh yeah, Mitchell, did you see the? Listen, that was a lot of fun. I will go back any century to there. That was a lot of fun. Now I'm going to say this. Say what you want, but I like the methodology as far as dig, 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 dig. Dig deeper. When you find something, dig even more deeper and find even more. If you go in my community tab, my darling, I have posted the actual video in my community tab, and you'll be able to click on it and watch it. Because at first, you know, we're getting to know each other. It's kind of funny because, you know, and as soon as we warmed up and things started getting going, and I was reading the numerology, and then I read their cards, that Eddie Bryan's numerology, Eddie Bryan's mother was in the chat. I did not know that. And so we talked about all this, and then at the end, we just started dancing and singing. That's the most fun. See, that's what everybody needs to be doing. Zip it and start dancing. That's what it's all about. That's the energy. That's the energy. But back to the numerology. And the numerology on some of these cases blow me away. And a lot of it I can't say because you can't say it here. I'm really going to start working on the Patreon channel, because on Patreon, I can say those words. I can say the 9 words that you can't say on here. As long as it's not has anything to do with saxophone, you know what I mean? Dr. Pepper. A straight one, no diet. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? Because I'm telling you. So anyway, hi Donna. Hi, my darling. Hi, hi, hi. So I'm going to tell you, if you can be patient when you're ordering your numerology, then order. Because guess what? Zelda's not a drive-through. You can't order and go through and say, I want you to do this and this and this. I want you to ask this and this and this. I ordered it at 3:10 today, and it's 5:28. Where the heck is it, Zelda? So if you can be patient, the more patient you are, the better your reading. I can tell you that. Because then I can take without that energy. Because listen, I don't want you to feel like you're paying for something and you're not getting it. You are. But I'm going to treat everybody the same, whether they get the first tier, the second, or the last tier. And the last tier, because I do the numbers and then I pull out the cards, and you will be amazed how the cards coincide and confirm what your numerology says. Patience and kindness. Hello, Mary. Patience and kindness. Don't like to live. I'm not a drive-through. Hello. Right. So that's it. And I think one of these days I may, hold on. One of these days I may I have to close some windows down because everything is starting to go a little weird. Oh, here. Yeah, Eddie's mama did pop in. And talk about heartbreaking. This man was sentenced to life in prison when he was 15 years old. That was in 1995. He's now 45. He's missed 2/3 of his life. Thank you, Melissa. And I got to do your other thing too for you, my darling. So give me a second. I am looking for this other thing that I want to put in here. And even Lord Gregor said he was upset he didn't get to watch it. He was not there because he was on his big to-do. His big trip. So, and I have to tell you this. I'm going to say it now. I can say it now. When he was gone, I asked him nicely. I don't beg. I don't have to. Ow. I didn't have to. But he was kind enough that when he was gone, he checked in on that young man, George Smythe. George Smythe is that... Oh, hold on a minute. Little Miss Red. Aw, thank you, ladies. You got to go to... Oh, it's one of you. Oh, well, thank you, darling, for coming. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I'll see you next year. How's that? Thanks for being here. Get some good rest. Hold on. Look at this. Listen. How dare you is on a mission. Look at those glasses. Lady Zelda and Ian, my wish for you both at Christmastide. Thank you so much. I can't wait until that podcast. May your troubles be few and your blessings be many, from our home to yours and back at you. Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. We'll take it and giving it back to you fully. Thank you so much. But that young man, I don't think he's here anymore. I don't feel him. Oh my, I cannot even say that. I'm not going to address him like that. When the Lord of my ring, I almost said my ring, the Lord of my ring, I asked him, I said, look, if you're anywhere near, can you please go? Because I know he would pick him up, Lord God Almighty. And he couldn't take the horses because the terrain is too bad, and they would have never made it. So I'm glad. And besides, Lunara is mine. She's the Dapple Gray. I have adopted her. Okay, so, and she's gorgeous. So both of them are. So I asked him while he was gone to please check in. And it was not, he was not able to get to that area. Then I'm going to tell you something very hateful and horrible that I saw. And of course, you know how they are on the talkie tick. Let's get the views. We don't care what it does. We don't care. No, he was not on a four-wheel drive. He doesn't have any modern thing. He does. This guy posted that they found this young man buried under the snow right by Bran Castle. That's the, pardon me, almost, that's the pop talking. Almost at Bran Castle under the snow. Now, I'm going to tell you something. The Romanian, because I have the Romanian sources that I check on the weather, and you can bet when he was gone, I was the weather girl. I was the weather girl. And they've had to pause. The weather has been so bad. They've had to pause the search for this young man. I don't like to predict things, but I can tell you what, I lost his energy about 6 days ago. Because I've been trying to track him as well with my pendulum. And the longer it goes, you know, and his mother is there. Now, I wrote to that on that ticky toke, on the talkity tick. I wrote to him and said, how dare you? That's just plain evil. Do you know how horrible that is for the family of this young man to be reporting false things like that just to make a click? And putting you could tell it was B-roll. I mean, I do some stuff there on that channel. Y'all understand why. But for the B-roll, you just don't do that. You don't do that to hurt people just to get clicks. That's just ridiculous. So I just don't think he's around. And I wish he would have too, Mary. He's just not there. It's very sad. It's just not there. Sylvia's daughter is coming in hot. Happy Christmas to Ian, Lord Gregor, and you. Thank you so much. May the new year bring to you all that is good for you. Thank you. All theater is good. Yes, we'll take the theaters too. Many blessing. Thank you, darling, for being. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's amazing. Thank you for your love. Thank you. So, that was my, other than being concerned about the trip and me sitting here with that pendulum. And just so you know, keep an eye out, because when he gets fully rested and we get a moment, we're going to go back through that footage and he's going to tell me, and I'm going to say this. He was ahead of me, like hours ahead. So it was almost like an energy deposit. So he was ahead of me. That's why it showed that he got home so quick. And I'm like, I know you're good, but are you that good? So that's how it showed he was home so quick. So anyway, he's going to be going through that and parsing through those videos and telling me where I was and maybe even what I should have done and what I shouldn't have done. Because he's kind of I don't know if he's an expert at that, or if you're here, I don't know. But anyway, the other pendulum thing that I want to do, I had her picture and I wanted to bring it up here. I had her picture. StreamYard just doesn't want to cooperate. Anyway, let me see if I can pull that out. So anyway, I wanted to, and a couple of you have sent me some maps. Hi Shane, how are you, darling? A few of you have sent me maps in the it emailed me for Anna Walsh. There are things that I just can't really even say. about that case? His mama? Well, we all know that story. I mean, I'm just going to say it right here. I believe totally, I believe in totality. Ta 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 ta! Totality. I believe that. I believe that she was upstairs watching the kids while he was doing the deed downstairs. That's what I think. That's exactly what I think. Hold on just a second. Okay. That medium Tyvek suit. That. Are they going to charge her? I don't think so. But yeah, right, Mary? Right. Right? Right? Caesar salad dressing with raw. Oh, yes. Hello. We'll take that. See how the chat's going and I put up wrong things. I'm so sorry. But that does sound good. But the medium Thai. Oh, can we please, Zelda, get it together? The medium Tyvek suit. Where did he get that? Lowe's or Home Depot? Did anybody say? Lowe's, Home Depot? Where are do we have a vote on that? I think that it was on receipts. I don't think that it was I don't think that it was I don't think that it was a maybe they had them and I just didn't see it. Hi everyone. Think it was Lowe's. Okay. Pardon me. So for those of you who really want to know, Lord Gregor, if you're watching me, please do this. Please do this. Lord Gregor, oh, hold on. Gina, hello, my darling. You're back with us. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Lord Gregor made a couple of mistakes in the chat, in JFK's chat. So he's a little self-conscious about. So he wants you to all know. Hello, he's saying that. He'll send me messages because it's safe. And if he writes something wrong, then okay. But he got a new device because the old device, he would seriously, I thought he was going to break the screen. Because, you know, when you first have a screen, I was like that when I transferred from my BlackBerry. I could fly. Remember the Blackberries? And then I went to just a screen, and it's like, how do I do this? How do I text? I don't feel any keys. Well, he's got kind of a. So we're kind of like. Easy does it, buddy. Easy does it. The Crackberry, yeah. Easy does it. So I'm seeing him. He's putting a few little things in here, and he just said hello. So hello to, and he is texting me. Oh, let me show you my phone case. Someone got this. I don't remember, but bless you because you did. Look, it is. Oh, wait, let me fix this because it ruins the aesthetic if I don't. It is bookshelves with cats. If you're wondering where the crowd is, I washed, yes, they have their own little quilt, and I washed the quilt and made it all nice and just comfy and took it out of the dryer warm. So that, and it was just like onto this quilt, and they're right here. Well, no, they're not right here, but they're right here, sleeping and looking at me because they're all warm. So that's it. So there we are. Good evening to each and every one of you. I saw something here that I thought I wanted to show anyway. So yes. Hello, welcome back. Okay. So anyway, you know all the nice little things that he gives me. He's given me so far. The key, this beautiful ring, which is, I wear it all the time, and believe me, I swear it moves. I swear it moves. Not it, but I mean, it's a forest agate. There we go, close-up time. It's probably dirty because I wear it all the time and I don't take it off. But anyway, I got the key, I got the ring, I got Kindle books, I got tea, I got biscotti. What else did I get? And this journal. He will not allow me to send anything. But I have done a little something for him. I've done a little something. And he's not going to find out until the podcast. And if you want to find out what it's going to be in the podcast, come on over. You'll see in the podcast on Christmas night. Because I know where to send it. I know where he is. I know how he'll get it. But he just, no. Okay, pal. I gotcha. So we're going to do that. Sorry, hold on here. And yes, how it smelled so beautiful with oranges when I opened up the ring. I still have the paper. And then, oh, and he wrote me the beautiful notes. What kind of pencil will I use? See, that's another thing. I want to kind of sort of be, you know what I mean. This is not a journal that you just take a gel pen to, right? But I don't want to take a fountain pen to it because I'm afraid that it'll bleed through. So it's got to be, and then if I write it in pencil, which happened to some that my aunt had, and then some that in that journal that she had, but it was old anyway. I don't think it would have mattered. But it is announced, Angie, you've been there in the podcast, my darling. You've been in the podcast. You were in the last one. A quill pen. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. But so I kind of want to be a purist about this sort of thing. I'm going to put, in fact, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to reduce, you know, the map that he was gone. I'm going to reduce that and I'm going to print that out and I'm going to put it in here. Then I'm going to put his letters in there. And then I'm just going to write, you know, that's a good idea. The journal that I'm writing in now, I have his letter in, but it was the paper, and I have that. I put that back in the little box, and it smells so good. It smells so good. So don't you got to see the podcast. So yeah, a good art store, get a haircut and get a real job. I love that. A good art store will have a fountain pen that's safe if you want. Oh, That's a good idea. I may have to get one of those. I may have to. I know he uses the fountain pens, but they're like the real ones, but he didn't do it when he sent those letters because you just don't know about transport and mail, and he didn't want it to just get wet or something and just go bleh. Bleh. That's a word. Yes, Nurse Kate, absolutely. I would prefer to have an online journal, but I like them because it does help me keep organized. But I like the graphs in the journals that I have, and this one is the notebook journal. It's graph paper, and that is really nice. That is really nice because you know something, I started keeping, because my style, if you want to look up my style, dark academia. That's it. Look up my style. It is dark academia. That's it. The music, the ambiance, everything dark academia. And I have a dark academia journal on my iPad, but I can't. You get one of those pen things for your iPad. You know what I do on my iPad? I read my Kindle, and I could do that on my phone. Hold on. Let me see. Do you have a Waterman or same type? I've never had a pen run. I'll have to look into that. I better be careful talking about this. There'll be one show up in the mail here. Because every time I'm like, great idea for Christmas list. Yeah, well, listen, my darling, he's been sending it. He told me today, I've got one more thing coming. Let me see. Oh, Courtney, thank you for being here, darling. I listen, I had the best time. I really did. And you know why? It's because we weren't involved in the stuff. You know, I just won't. I just won't. I'm going to tell you of a guest that I want to have on, and I'll let you know when it happens. And if you're out here, my darling, her name is Alexis from Alexis Room. And she just cracks me up. She's got a chill idea, a chill attitude, like most of us here we do. Chill, just let's talk about the cases. Let's not talk about each other. What good does it do? What good does it do? None. Zero. Let me see. Graphite or charcoal. Okay. Bleu. That's right. That's a word. Bleu. German. Thank you so much. Pilot precise. Give me a second. Do not. Okay. Pilot. Are you writing this down? Great work. Okay. Pilot. It's kind of hard for him to, because he doesn't have the big A over there. Or he might just send me the money. He's done that too. Pens. All right. And let's see. I like graph paper best. It's like me dying. See? Because when I'm doing, I seriously make little like drawing squiggle, you know. Yeah. The dark academia. That's my vibe. That's my vibe. Down to the music. Down to the music. You know what? I probably would love my iPad if I know how to use it. It's just, do I have a function? My darlings, look, I have Kindles, I have I have tablets, I have iPad, I have this, I have that. And I'm a minimalist. Hi there, darling. Hi there. So glad that you're here. Thank you. Thank you. I have to look up the JFK. Yeah, it's on the community. It's on the community tab in mine. And believe me, when I go, I'm going to be posting things. So watch Gregor's channel. I have to be careful because I call him one thing, and I'm on Veilkeep channel and posting, but most of that content is going to be posted there because I don't want to mess up this algorithm. I don't want to mess up the algorithm at True Oracle. Now I'm going to ask all of you a big favor. I'm going to ask all of you a big favor. We are about 12 people away on True Oracle for getting 15,000 followers. 15,000. 15,000. Let me look. Let me get this here. It might even be less now. Let me look. Oh, forevermore. Here we are. I don't want to see Yuri again. Oh my goodness. We are 8 people away. 8 people away from 15,000 on that channel. Would you please, if you're not already, go there. Let me put that channel in our chat. Because I'm in competition with myself. I am. Let me see. Let me see. Where? Okay, here we are. Give me a second. I'm going to copy True Oracle, and if you guys could please do me a favor. Oh yeah, all of them. Now I'm going to show you a little plan that I'm going to have. I don't have to send this to you if you are already there, but I'm going to send it to all of us here. Does that make sense? Please do me the absolute favor. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, thank you. I'm sorry, my darling. I'm glad you're here too. Listen, don't mention housework. I told Ian today, look here. When I'm sitting here at my desk and working, I'm thinking, oh, I could just go down and solve the sink in the bathroom. I could just go over here and run the vacuum really quick. And then when I'm running the vacuum really quick, or I'm sawing the sink, you know, as in Lysol, and I call it sawing the sink, I'm thinking, oh my God, I better make a note of what I need to do. And so you know what I do? I have alarms on my phone. This alarm says, okay, you got an hour. Make it good, girl. Get in there, saw the sink, clean out the litter box, vacuum, wash the floor, wash the mirrors, do whatever you need to do in that 1 hour span, because when it's over, you are back at your desk. And I have to do that. Wouldn't that be fun? Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be fun? So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. All right, hold on. I got to scroll down through here. USMC Cowgirl, I'm so sorry, my darling. So glad you're here. Amy, member for 2 months. Thank you, thank you. Erin, thank you so much, my darling, for being here. It is nice to hang. It is nice to hang out, isn't it? Just kind of nice to sit and talk. I should have had my tea. I should have showed you the tea that. Did I show you the tea that? I did not. Did I show you guys the tea? I think I did in a picture that the boss gave me. I call him the boss. Love you back, my darling. Love you back. Look how. Oh, I just love you. Always tea. Gotta be tea. I have new merch coming out if I can figure out this new store. And you guys are going to love it. I did a pick. Okay. I did a pick. I think that's good enough. What is my favorite tea? Earl Grey. London. I like the London fog tea that I make. It's an Earl Grey tea. You mix lavender tea bag and then a little bit of honey and just a tad of cream if you want. Sometimes I don't do the cream. So anyway, I'm still loving my mug, Amy. Thank you so much for sending that to me. So, third Thursday night, the 30th. Yeah, and you know what? Hang tight, because every now and then you just don't know. This is Sammy. This is my producer. This is my producer. And she was with me on the JFK show. She was dancing. We were dancing right along and singing because she's so used to it. Right, sister? Sam Miami. This is her. This is her. This is my girl. We're on this Lord of the Rings kick because Warner Brothers has put Lord of the Rings on YouTube live. And they play these scenes over and over. She sits here and watches with me. So anyway, Sam Miami, she's purring right now. I love Earl Grey. I love Earl Grey tea. But the Lord of my Ring, I'm going to have to stop calling it that. Anyway, it was, he sent some beautiful tea. And it's so beautiful, I don't want to drink it. Have you, yes, hello. Have you done that before? Have you had just something so beautiful you don't want to eat it or drink it? And then one of you fine people, if you want to raise your little hand in the chat, you can do that. Sent me beignet mix from Cafe du Monde. And I have been drinking it. I get 3 cups of tea out of 1 package because I like pipi vasa. So I just, I don't like make it really. So anyway, Cafe du Monde beignet mix. I'm going to make those around Christmas. So I will be drinking my coffee, I think. I'm going to do coffee. Okay, so let me tell you about this. The plan. Sister, what are we doing here? She's kissing. She's kissing Mommy. Hello there, my darling. Hi, welcome. Oh, aren't you cute? You're so pretty. Denny, hi. Nice to meet you, my darling, and thanks for being here. I know. Okay, hold on. I've got to go. I've got to show you why I feel that way. Okay, I got to show you. I'll be right back. Enjoy my background. Come on, Sam. moist on my toe. Ow! Oh my goodness. All right. Yes, come back as. Yes. Okay, so here we are. Oh, geez, I left. There we go. Here's the teas. They're packaged. Fruit, a slice. This is real fruit. A slice of fruit, flowers, look at this one. Apple, cinnamon stick, dried apple, cinnamon stick, a couple of little raisins, and all of them have a tea bag. And I don't, these are little hibiscus buds. If I want to, if I just want to live dangerously one day. Now you see what I mean? They're just like, you did so good, LG. You did so good. I've been drinking them. I've been drinking them. Yeah, he's good, isn't he? I think I'll keep him around for a little bit. He's doing good. He's doing good. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know that was so horrible. Greg Biffle, his wife, their 2 kids, and 3 others. I know, isn't that horrible? Oh, that's so bad. It's not, see, Melissa, that's it, girl. It's not just tea, it's art. And when you get something like that, I just appreciate it. I'm like, may I just please dig in this box a little bit more? The pretty package, drink the tea, right? This one has rosemary, oranges, and the marigold. Let me see. She is the most cuddly. When I was on the JFK show, she sat with me just like this. I read cards with her. And all of you remember, I read cards with her. I read through Eddie's, yes, sister. I read through Eddie's numerology, danced. We were singing and dancing because she's used to it. Because Mama dances all the time with this little chicken. Have I done a read on the 3-eye atlas? I don't get too caught up in that sort of thing because there is a lot going on in our world, and there are many things that people would like to distract us from. And I just don't take the word of just anybody. So that's, I guess, you know, until there's some particular announcement or something. I mean, listen, not long ago, it was all about the red heifers. And boy, I'll tell you what, don't get me mad, start throwing biblical stuff out, because I will fire it back. And that it scared people so bad. And sometimes it's made. Fear is made to control. Fear is made to control sometimes. Now, hold on. I saw something from a message here that I wanted to read. Oh, thank you about my background, Mary. I made this last year. Um, and I thought it was so cute. Why not put it up this year? Uh, look, you see this? Let me just get in your hair. Um, Gina thanked me because she asked me, I think you did, Gina, ask me earlier about a Bible. What Bible she should look into getting. I have always been pleased with the companion Bible. You can find them on Amazon. They are, I think, true to form as far as the translations, so on, so on, so on. And it even has a little bit of numerology in it, biblical numerology. Yes, that is such a thing. It has translations from the Greek and the Hebrew, which is very important because sometimes. Now, I want you to look for this week. What am I invited to? What am I invited to? And I got to tell you a couple of things here before we roll. Now that I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, ladies' night out. There you go. I'm square. I don't drink. I don't do any of that stuff, but I'll go because I can laugh and have a good time. That would be a lot of fun. You never know when I'm going to show up in the Floridas. And the Floridas. I was going to say something. Yes. Hopefully, things will calm down a little bit and we can come because once the weather gets a little warmer, because I don't want to go anywhere, do anything right now. It's just cold. But once the weather gets a little warmer, once the weather gets a little warmer, when I get up to Massachusetts to try to go to 34 Fairview Road, JFK is going to try to get me into or around, I guess, or into that area where that happened with Eddie O'Brien and his neighbor, the Shaw murder. They're trying to get us into that. So I will be with them. Attorney Nan will be going. EJ. Attorney Nan will be representing me, I guess. Not representing. Wrong choice of words. She will be introducing to 34 Fairview. Hopefully we can get in, and then we will go to where Janet Downing was living at the time that she was taken out, so I can visit these scenes. Hopefully, yes, 71. Thank you, Beth, because I could not think of that. 71 Boston Road in Somerville. Now, I will tell you, if you want to learn about the Eddie O'Brien case, a lady by the name of Margot, I think her name is Margot Nash, has a book, and it is about what happened with him. And Dee, thank you so much, my darling, for being here. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, and we'll see you soon. Thank you, my darling. Big hugs to you. Margot Nash, thank you so much. Thank you. So the book is fantastic, but she got on to JFK's stream the other night and confirmed something that I've been saying for quite some time. And that is, I believe there is a woman involved in that crime. And she kind of confirmed it in a sort of kind of way. So we're going to see what's happening. And for those of you who do not know, attorney Nan Gallagher has visited Eddie O'Brien where he is locked up, and she is doing this pro bono. And maybe she will be working with the Boston Innocence Project. I'm not sure. That's right. Margot Nash was Eddie's guardian ad litem during the trial because he was only 15 years old. So, hearts out to Nan for doing that, for the pro bono work. And everybody's doing what they can to see what they can do to get Eddie released. There was DNA that was not tested. Lots of oddities as to what happens when a system targets you and wants you to be the person who did this. So we'll see what happens. So believe me, that hopefully is coming now. Richie Microdots will be with us and filming some of this, especially if we go to 34 Fairview. Hopefully, Karen will be there because I would like to meet her and see what happens. 15 years old. Altar boy. Yep. Hi, nurse of interest. Hi there. So we had a great time. So here's what I'm going to do. Anytime that I am invited, I will let you keep track of the community tabs. Keep track, because I will be going there. I will be doing all kinds of different things. Now, let me check Fate and Fortune's page. Let me check. And if you could go over there, please. Oh my goodness, we need 3 people. 3 people, if you will go over and sub. It's free. It's free. I would not ask you to do anything that's going to cost you a dime. It's free. Please go over there. We are 3 subs away from 15,000 on True Oracle. 15,000, as far as YouTube is concerned, is a benchmark. That means you're here to stay, and then they start pushing the algorithm out a little bit more. He was watching a little bit ago there, Linda. He was watching, so I will tell him again. Mercury Star, Merry Christmas to you. Love you back. Kristen, you and yours, Happy New Year too. Happy New Year too. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Anyway, wait with bated breath. Yes. Hey, you're going to see me around. Yeah. We all caught up with Artie. We caught him in a little fib. Fibbing in a crime case is not a good thing. There you go, Groovy. Thank you so much. All right, let me check the channel again. Let me check. The link is in the chat. We are still at, let me put the link in there again because I just have to do this. A lot of fibs. That's right. There's a lot of Fibber McGee's. Do you guys remember Fibber McGee? Do you guys remember that? There we are. I just put that in there. That is for True Oracle. Let me put my tea away before this goes to the hot place. Hi, Tansy. Love you, my darling. Merry Christmas to you. But listen, you know, I can't stay away too long. Been working on craft, got to get done. So glad you're slowing down a bit. Thank you. Thank you, because, you know, you're not losing me. I'm too mean to go away. I mean, think about this. Who else is going to talk to you about Jennifer McCabe and her voodoo dolls and all of that and seeing all that? Who's going to talk to you? Okay, so anyway, thank you very much. So anyway, I want you to hang in there too, because every now and then I think of a story for Help Me, I'm Haunted. Help, I'm Haunted. I'll announce it before I go live so you can all tell. I wanted not so bright officer, I called him, sorry. But I wanted him to come on and his wife won't let him. I get it. They're in Florida and she just, it's okay. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. And I get that. Let me see. I'm checking the chat because see, here's what happens. It's slow and it stops. And then all of a sudden it goes spin. It's feel like, what is that? Wheel of Fortune. And then, whoa. Let me see. Aunt BB, you mentioned earlier that you know who Janet, but can't identify because of legal issues. Yes. Was this planned? Or was there an argument, etc., that ensued and resulting in the hashing? Thank you for putting it that way because you know the gig. This was thought of off the cuff. And then the opportunity opened itself and they took it. So I guess you can say it wasn't premeditated as in on this specific date, we're going to do this and we're going to do this. It was, I'd sure like to take that person out. That's what it was. And then it opened the door. It opened the door. I hope that helps you. Brenda, I can't wait for those Help I'm Haunted videos, right? Those were fun. What was tell me, my favorite of all of those was the one where he said, with a cemetery, run, run. Which case is it? Eddie O'Brien. It's Eddie O'Brien. Eddie O'Brien. Didn't want to be known as Mrs. Not So Bright. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Run. Run. It's pretty much. You're welcome, Aunt BB. I hope that helps you. I hope that helps you. Run. Yeah. Everybody's saying run. Even your Grace. Yes. Oh, I remember the story you told, Zelda. Run. You know what my favorite part about that story? I should look up that short and show you guys. That was so funny. Where he said, just a minute, Ian. Where he said, ma'am, he's going to be here, I guess, until the Lord comes back. And I think about that, and every now and then I see that, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, I like that too. I think that's my favorite one of all the ones that, and they're all good. I think they're all good. The overweight cop. He was a little thing. He wasn't overweight. He was like the little Barney Fife fellow, if that's who you're talking about. Oh, let me see here. I think, LG, Your Grace, my lord, said that's pretty much when he started watching me all the time. He watched before, but he watched me all the time. And now, I guess he's stuck. All right, so the pumpkin one was scary too. Yeah, listen, that unnerved me. That unnerved me. And the girl in the grave, yeah, yeah. But I like those historical ones. It's not who. That's right. It's not who's buried there. It's what. Maybe we should watch that sometime and get together. Run. That's totally it. That's totally it. Oh. Danke, dein Sau. So, let me see here. There was something else. Oh, the wax museum ones, yeah. They were all kind of scary. But the run one was my favorite because I'll tell you why. I haven't moved that fast, I think, since 1978. That sounds like a long time, but I was giving Lord Gregor a hard time the other day, and he said something about, I was just a young one. And I said, not to worry. I kind of like older men. He didn't know how to take that. He's learning how to laugh because Zelda is, let's laugh, let's smile, hello, laugh, smile, enjoy yourself. Okay. Jazzy's mom, you betcha, my darling. You're going broke? Wait, it will be the taxpayers that goes broke because they will start hiking up. They will hike the taxes up in Massachusetts so you can't even live there. That's sickening. That when you think of it, you have to pay. When I tell a story, I forget to breathe. Those are some good ones. I got more. We'll do this. I don't want you to think that I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Is it possible to go back and watch those? I didn't find you. Absolutely, you may. It's in a playlist called Help, I'm Haunted. Help, I'm Haunted. I want Lord Gregor to see me dancing on the JFK Live. And by the way, you are awesome. Thank you. He sees me dancing here. I'm going to tell a funny story. No, I wouldn't have been almost Mrs. Officer Handsome. No. He didn't stand a chance with me. He liked the ladies. I'm going to tell you a funny story. It was one of the nights prior, and I Ian, did you like that? Ian, he's like, if he just would order, that would make a deal. All right, that would make a deal. Okay. So, Gregor, you know what I want to tell. Is it okay if I tell a story? Nobody's going to laugh. They're going to think you're adorable. Is it okay? Is it okay? Yes. Okay. So we were in JFK. Now listen, JFK, he plays some music, right? and I'm getting down. So he says to me in the chat, would you like to dance? And I'm like, yes, absolutely. Thank you for asking. Right? Because we're almost like Chip and Dale, polite to each other. We've known each other 18 months and we are that polite. He's very, I mean, so we're dancing. I'm dancing. Everybody else in there is dancing. I wasn't on screen. I'm dancing here behind my desk. And he's like, let's dance. Okay. So that night because we have nightly calls, burning up the Zoom, he's in his little study. I'm in my bedroom. And I said, I think we should dance. And I'm just, feeling kind of spry. I said, I think that we should dance. And he said, I would love to dance. All right. So I get up and I said, come on, let's dance. And he looks at me and he goes, now? And I said, yes, now. And when he's very intense. And when he gets kind of excited, it's Veliana. So if you hear him it's Veliana, he says. Veliana, now? Yes, sir. So I put a little bit of music on. So we're on the Zoom call. And I'm dancing. And he looks at me and goes, I don't know if I can do that. I said, sure you can. Just relax. Bend your knees a little bit. So he's if you would have seen us. So I said, okay, how would you like to dance? And you know what he does? I said, you may be on to something. I bet you we could dance. And I'm thinking, no. Yes, I'm thinking Patrick Swayze, right? Right? And he's like, oh, I don't know. Something we may have to work on. Something, he's proficient now at these other dance. But I asked him, I said, have you danced in a long time? And this is what he said. And I can't help myself. I crack up all the time. And he's just he's somber. And he said, no, Veliana, no one around here has balls anymore. Oh, really? And no balls. No one around has balls anymore. I can say that for Canton, Massachusetts in some regard. I said, okay, I'll take your word for that. But we all know what he's talking about. The keep is made for that. Having a contilla, he's not talking about huevos. He's talking about formal ballroom dancing. And there I am getting down. I said, hey, I can waltz with the rest of them. And the first thing that comes to my mind, and I always say this to him, thank you, Mr. Darcy. Or Colonel Brandon. Thank you, Colonel Brandon. Thank you, Mr. Darcy. He's used to it, and it's just kind of like, eh. But what it reminds me of, you see those Pride and Prejudice where Mr. Darcy and Elizabeth are dancing, and then all of a sudden everybody in the room disappears because it's just them. But how they're dipping and dancing. We'll find out. So yeah. So he 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 did not. It took me a little bit to properly, because this just isn't someone you say, "Oh, what you said is kind of funny, but it really means this in the modern." He's talking about ballroom dancing, and the way he said it just kind of came. So, I guess that will have to go into my new diary. What Mr. Darcy, Colonel Brandon, and the Lord of my Ring said. He's a good egg. He's a good one. He is a good one. And listen, ever since this, yes, I want to be Jane Austen. No, I want to be Arwen. If you want him, come and claim him and make the river rise. Thank you. Listen, you know what my problem is? Long before this man came along, Charlotte, the Bronte sisters, Wuthering Heights. I'm reading Wuthering Heights right now. I'll be done really around Christmas. Every year it is Pride and Prejudice, Wuthering Heights, Gone with the Wind, and then I add either another one from the Brontes or Jane Austen. Persuasion is a good one. Sense and Sensibility is another one. Anyway, it's the whole idea of it's so bloody refreshing and proper that I can't stand myself. The other night, I just kept thinking, am I going to shapeshift? It is so... It's... Thank you, Annette. But it is so refreshing. I have to tell you, Arwen Evans Starr, Liv Tyler, yes, Liv Taylor or Tyler. It is so refreshing, and I'll tell you why. I never have to worry. Now, we're not a gig, okay? I don't know. We are. I don't know. I never have to worry. I've known him now for it's over 18 months. We tried to figure it out the other day. I've never heard him curse. Never. He could be out mucking a stall and be surrounded by horse poop and look like he's... Me? I'm laying in bed half the time. Hello? Well, it's 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning here. Yes, Gregor. Yes. Tell me about this. Did you know if Jesus ate a grilled cheese sandwich? I've been trying to find it out for months. But never a crossword. Never, ever have I heard him say that he thinks that I'm dumb, that he thinks that I'm stupid, that he thinks that I'm this or that. I constantly hear, Valiana. Now when you guys hear that, you'll know. Valiana. That's that serious furrowed brow. Valiana. You're the most intelligent woman I've ever known. Well, considering that might be about 500 years worth, I'll take that. Valiana. The way you read these cards, I never knew that was possible. That's brilliant. The way you teach. Valiana. Never, ever have I heard him say, because sometimes I ask him stupid questions. I'll admit. I'm serious. I do admit, because we get into these rabbit hole things like the catacombs. You guys are going to love that. Like, did that scare you? I have no fear. Okay. It's refreshing to have someone, and every now and then I'll say, may thy fornicate thy, and I'll cuss a little bit in German or French, but that's the with me extent, unless I get really mad and I say bad words. I've never heard it. Never. And I've been with people that you ask a question and they'll look at me like, do you think you could ask anything any stupider? Probably I could. Would you like to hear it? And see, the snark comes out. I have never gotten off of a phone call and thought, oh geez. Oh geez. I blew it. I think I said something stupid. I think never. Every time we call, I'm telling on you, if you hear me over here, every time I answer the phone, he'll say, hello, Veliana. Veliana. Yes, sir. I have my tea. That is our thing. We drink tea all the time. That's what he drinks all the time. I will tell you, the Knight of the Ring, the Lord of the Ring, was so energy that he was boiling water on his stove, taking boiling water, putting it in a tea, dumping his tea in there. And I'm like, wait a minute, is that not burning you? No, I feel no pain. Okay, good for you, pal. And he was so, but he'll say, Veliana. Yes, hello, how are you? I'm well, I have my tea. That's the thing that means I'm settled in, I'm here, I'm ready. Let's talk. Let's talk. Because he knows I'm a talker, but he is too. He is too. That's what I like. And so anyway, there's my man here. Okay. So my man Ian. So anyway, Veliana, I have my tea. Always, you look beautiful this evening. My hair could be like Veliana, you look beautiful this evening. Thank you. Thank you. Why not speak to somebody like that? Why not speak? Don't talk like that in my chat. Please. But you know what I've learned? There's no reason why we can't talk like that to everyone. When I hear some of these people on the Twix, you know what I'm talking about. Even here on this planet, but especially on the Twix. I seriously just want to shapeshift. It disgusts me how people can get into this whole thing and think, oh, I have the right to say that to someone. Why? Because you're dense? Because that's really what it is. I'm serious. And it just makes my skin crawl sometimes. Some of the things that people say to each other. I don't know. You know, this whole thing, what this means for me, and it's just like this. I'm just going to tell you this. See this? For me, it's all about leaving a legacy. Ian and I spoke about this the other day. What do you want to be remembered for? Do you want to be remembered for cutting loose on somebody in Twix or in chat or something else? Do you want to be, do you want to, or do you want to be remembered for your kindness beyond reproach? That's the idea. That's the idea. Leave a legacy and make it stand out. Make it stand out. This is, I'm just going to tell you, I know in here, hello. Um, I know sometimes we can't help it, but not all the time. We live in our lives like that now. And one of the reasons that he and I decided to document a lot of these things is because he's the end of the line. When he goes, and he will one day, he will, probably after me, but he will. Where does the library go? Where does, all of that will be probably donated to the National Park of the Shumava Mountains or whatever. And it's over. It's over. All those things, it will be over. And he has nobody. So that's why the channel. And if you hear him in the podcast, you'll understand why. A depth of intelligence that I've never met in anybody. And that should be shared, not squandered, not wasted. Those stories should be told. That's why come January, well, not next week is Christmas tide, but again, New Year's Day is all about the catacombs. Why? Why the catacombs? Why do these places have catacombs? And what's down there? We're going to be talking about the corridor where he has a painting that I'm not allowed to look at when he walks through there. We're going to be talking about the library, which is literally the command central back in the day. The command central of Vale Keep. And you want to hear another wild thing that we just came across? Because he's constantly doing my genealogy, because he has the resources there in that vast library. And what you see will only be a very small portion, because I can't get the whole thing. I'm going to maybe have to try to block it out because it is so friggin' huge. And I'm like, I like you for your library. Yeah, books back then, that's all they had. It was a way to write it down and be remembered. And so journals became books. And that's how that was. But to think of all this history that has gone to waste for how many years? Hey, let's get on it. Let's share it. And then after the catacombs, we're going to talk about the ladies of Vale Keep. But he is not a vampire, Sylvia. That was my fault and my misunderstanding. He's not a vampire. because it's one of those things when you first meet somebody, you just don't walk up and say, hello, excuse me, sir, are you a vampire? You don't stink like the ones in New Orleans that I met. But so here's another little tidbit, because he has access to all of these lines. Now, some of my ancestors we found on Wikipedia. He tells me, and I'm able to find that because I have internet access. He didn't before. He has this little device that he has that he watches on here. But as far as all that other is concerned, no. But let's think about this for a second. He found, now let's remember, the castle is Veilhaven. He's Lord Gregor von Veilhaven. It's Vale Keep. We just found out last week, before he left, that my ancestor's last name was Vale, V-A-L-E. And we're trying to see if it connects and if they've crossed paths, because we just keep crossing paths over and over and over again, and it's so flippin' fascinating. And you'll be surprised when you hear about the ladies of Vale Keep. I bet you won't guess. Maybe you will. But then we're going to talk about the rooms of Vale Keep. The many fireplace, the many hidden rooms in Vale Keep. Why they were there. Why the door frames were the way they are. His door frames in his library are different than any other place. Why he has 2 windows that are huge that flank the fireplace. There's reasons, there's whole things like that. And a lot of it isn't, I mean, you can't find it. You can find things on the internet where people think that they feel that they feel that that's something going on. But when you stop and see that what he's got in the library, including the book of demonology from King James and the original 1611 King James Bible, help me today. Seriously, it is just, I'm fascinated constantly. And that's the way it is. That's the way it is, right? Let me see. Let me check your chats here, my darlings. So when I first met him and we started talking about this stuff, you know how I am with the research. I'm the first one who said, let me do something with this. And he wouldn't let me even use his voice. We can use his voice, but I can't use anything more. And I said, wait, we've got to share this. I can't stand, first of all, somebody asked me how I felt when he left. And I said, rested. Rested. Je n'étais pas les pensées sous mon tas. So rested. Yeah. So, Kat, you feel he is what? I mean, no, wait. Oh, you think there's one around those parts? He's the only one. He's never had children. He's never been married. He's never been married. No children. The veil is listening. That's very true. Y'all don't even know. Let me look here. See if there's anybody here. If you just heard that, that was Sam doing this. And it flips me out. She sits in a box and it flips me out. Oh, no, no, we're not. No, those days are, I'm done with that. And there's no interest there for him, so no. But thank you, though. That would have been amazing to wonder what would have happened. But it might have, I don't know, what it would have done to the child. Because I don't like the way, right, Linda? Right, my darling, right? Some think immortal and get confused with vamp. It's not the same. No, it isn't the same at all. At all. In fact, vamps will live a lot longer than immortals. Immortals can. I mean, from what he has told me, a lot of immortals can't handle it. They can't handle that you outlive everyone and you're around for it. They just can't handle it. Or they can't handle, so they either come to their own demise or they make sure that they get into a compromise and they take, I don't know, Roxy. I don't think so. But we'll ask him. That's a good question. I'll ask him. Richtig auch. Twitter is horrible. I only go on there. I post my videos. I don't, Cat Randall says be beautiful pictures every day of sunsets and cats and beautiful things. I don't want any part of it. I was asked to go into somebody's channel 2 weeks ago and I saw what was going on and I backed out. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be pulled into that kind of thing and be told, what do you think? I'll tell you what I think. I think I made a mistake in coming on this show because I'm not going to say anything. How's that? What was that song? I like to live in America. Well, there's a part of that song. I don't know. Just it hit my head. So anyway, my darling. That's very kind. Poor man. Feel sorry for him. If I stick around, feel sorry for him. Feel sorry. Because I mean, seriously, here's how I feel at night. I usually have my hair up or, back in a ponytail, something like this. And this is Zell. Now, I'm not going to do that with this one, but I have my notebooks. And I'll do oh, really? And who was that? Really? Okay. Wait, how do I spell that? Okay. Now, are they in Vale Keep? No. Well, where's the graveyard? Oh, well, what church is that? You see how the conversations go? But he digs it. Seriously. He digs it. I know he does, because if he didn't, he would say, Veliana, I have to rest. How does that happen? Yeah, see, that's a good thing. Oh, thank you. And I'll take that as I wore them because they looked so. Hold on a second. A disturbance in the chat is happening here. I'm blushing. He misses you. Yeah, I saw that. And I said to him, Ich au. My ancestors forbade speaking German at home. Oh, I know. distance himself from, yeah, hearing you speak it with love is enchanting. Thank you. Because I'll usually say to him, schreib mir mal. Schreib mir mal. Schreib. Ich dich auch. And I'll tell you what, when I'm speaking French or German with him, it just like flows. Comes out. I went into a meeting the other day with some people from Brussels, some people that were also spoke German, and a couple of them were, and I get in there thinking, oh, Queen Turd of Poop Island, I thought. I get in there and it's like, what has happened to me? I can't speak worth a flip. And I just had to stop because it was just, what in the heck? Anyway, my darling, Jane, thank you so much for that. I'm going to tell you, I wore it was a cross between a Santa's hat and my dark black glasses. See, I had them even laying out here. And I will do this with a Santa's hat. Oh, wow. Because these are so bright. And I thought, I've only worn these once. And I thought, look, it's Christmas. It's the last live of 2025. Here we are. So I kind of felt like Sally Jesse Raphael. And I thought, that is a great question, Lord Gregor. If you could, he will answer it. I know he will. We'll ask him. That is a fantastic question. I'm going to answer it loosely, and you correct me, sir, if I'm answering it incorrectly, because, see, I'm a Veldran. Veldran can breed other Veldran, but Veilborn, he is a Veilborn. That's what his immortal line is called, Veilborn. That's why he always says, walk this side of the veil. Don't get close. Walk this side. For his parents were not immortal. No one in the family was immortal. And it just happened to be that, and I'm not so sure how, you can go back to the first podcast and listen, because he kind of explains Veldran, like me. That's why he calls me Vailiana. And it's funny because my family growing up, and we would talk about this, and in my early 20s, with my bio family, they called it Veldriana or Veldriana. It's Veldran. But they would always say Veldriana. Well, he started calling me Vailiana. That's kind of it's not a nickname. It goes along with Veldran. So I don't know. I didn't care for history when I was in school, but after I've traveled to different places in the world, I'm so interested and look forward to everything you guys post. See, thank you. Because that's what it's all about. Because I know that they keep a lot from us in the history books. Just like how many knew that King James wrote a book about demonology because it scared him so bad when he was a kid and he lost both of his parents for political things. And so, yeah. Oh, honey, I'm not having no midlife. I'm past midlife. I can't have any more children. So, or flat out teach lies. That's right, Tully's Terrible Twist. Absolutely. And the cool thing is, he's got a lot of the texts, and some are hidden. Some are kept locked away. Not that they're bad. It's just that Sometimes the truth can be more dangerous than a lie. Ooh, I have to coin that phrase. So, yeah, because you know something? This whole thing is not a retreat. I look at it as resource management. That's it. It's resource. He's my history professor, and he's very well educated too. And his education background is theology. So I did get it, Carrie. I did. Thank you so much because I want to look for Anna. I want to look for Anna, and thank you. I'm so glad you mentioned that. So thank you, thank you. I am going to print those out. Courtney, we're trying to behave. We're trying to behave. But y'all know me because I am research, history, and see, that's what my double, that's why I want to get my double PhD, not a PhD, doctorate in, because it's not, it's about the theology. It's, and you know how I am about that. And I'm just a few credits away. So hey, why not do it when I have a better resource? I don't need the internet, right? I got him as a resource. Tell me what this is, right? That's the way it is. And math, oh, stop it. Okay, I'm in the camp. We can deal with the truth. Yeah, we can deal with the truth. Those that don't know are setting the progress back. That's right. That's right. I prefer the truth. That's right. I do too. I do too. Jennifer is half American, half British, and my nan used to grab my history book and say, "That's false. That's false." See? I used to do that with my son, and that's not been very many years ago. What are they teaching that crap for? That's not how. You know what? You want to know? We can talk someday about the Mandela effects. I know you've all heard about the Mandela effects, right? Most of us in here have lived it. Seriously, have lived it. Merry Christmas to you, Nancy. Look at you, darling. I've never been a history buff, but I'm willing to learn more from you and Greg Past. I think the way it has to be presented in a certain way. It does. I miss the World Book of Encyclopedias. That's absolutely correct. And you know what? His library is full of them. You want to know what Zelda makes him do? Not makes him, he does it gleefully. He has books from the 15 and 1600s that are about divination, dice, card reading. And he talks to me about how the nobles had those. They were implausible deniability always because it scared them, but they always wanted to know. There's one, because he has seen me use the dice in the readings, and there's one. I would like that one. There's one that is High German. I can't decipher it. He can, he reads it. And he sits and reads it to me. Oh, if your dice, Veliana, if your dice does this, and your dice does this, and don't think that I'm making fun of you, mein Liebling. Don't, because it is endearing, and that's what I'm sharing. And it's refreshing and endearing, okay? So don't think so. But he'll sit and read that in High German to me and tell me, oh, you know what? When you put this dice out, this is what this means. And Veliana, one dice is a die. But I can't say that on YouTube, and I guess I just did. So, but that's when we have these 3 and 4 and 5 hour talks. The ring night, we call it the ring night. What was that, 2 weeks ago or something? The ring night. Immediately gets off the phone. Ring, ring. I'm like, hey, just can you give me 5 minutes and I'll call you back? I got to go to the water closet and, whatever. Yes, Veliana, yes. Okay. That was, I don't know what time it was. 10, 11, something like that. We got off the phone at 5:15 that next morning. I was dragging my knuckles the next day. He was like, zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. And I'm like, oh, I can't hold my eyes open. I'm so tired. Yes, he's very kind. He's very nice and very kind. Anyway, my darlings, here's the deal. We are almost 3 hours in. I wanted to spend a little time with you because it is almost Christmas. And it is almost the end of this year. And I want you to know this. This is the year 2025. This is the completion year. It adds up. If you add up 2025, it adds up to a number 9. If you add 2026, it adds up to 10. You can't do 10, so you got to reduce it. 1 plus 0 is 1. That's where we start over. It's a new path. I want you to be aware. Hold on, Steve. Pardon me, I'm so sorry. Here, I want to leave you with this. Achoo! So, that's PD that you hear. So at the end of the day, I want you to think about everything, all of this. Thank you so much. I want you to think about this new pathway ahead, pardon me, that's 2026. I also want you to think around the 28th of December, just in a few days, because I think that there's some things happening behind the scenes in a lot of things. It's not negative, but we may just have that, oh, crap moment. And I think we are officially in winter now. Are we? Has it been winter solstice? Winter solstice of 2025 is, where are you? Sunday. It's tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. 10 o'clock in the morning, tomorrow morning is the first day of winter. Has felt like that a lot. So, yeah. Thank you. Gesundheit. Dankeschön. Bitteschön. Auf Wiedersehen. Right? So it has felt that cold. Anyway. So I just wanted to come in here and say thank you for such a great year. Hold on. I want to, yeah, winter is tomorrow. So I wanted to come on here and thank each and every one of you for a very fun year. It was stressful. We had Karen, but that was the first 6 months. After the 6 months, the last 6 months has been hauntings and sigils and but you've not seen the last of me. I just want you to know. So I want each and every one of you to have a beautiful, happy, merry, wonderful Christmas and a very abundant, love-filled new year. Watch the channels. Watch the community tabs. I will be announcing where I am, where I'm going, what I'm doing. Thank you, honey. Oh my gosh. Bless you, my darling. Oh, look how cute you are. Got that little anime thing happening. I love it. And you guys made this channel. I want you to know that. Oh, hold on. Have we made 15,000 at True Oracle yet? Yes! We made 15,000. In fact, we're over it. Yes, you guys are awesome. 15,000 for subscribers. You guys are absolutely sorry for that bombastic outburst there. Sorry. So hold on. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Wild Lilac, thank you so much for your blessed little goodie. Thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you, thank you. I'm so happy I found you. I'm looking forward to 2026. Merry Christmas, Ian, Lord Gregor, chat too. I love it. Listen, I want you to know this. It is just the beginning. It's just seriously the beginning. So keep watching. And just know I want to kind of stay out of this stuff, right? So if you see conflict, don't look for me because I won't be there. Even if it's about me, I won't be there. I got better things to do. Look at this person here. Who is this? Who are you? Oh, this is Petey, and he's all wet because he was playing with Ian, and now he went in and sat in the sink. I guess that's his problem. Okay, that is my Honeybot AI picture. My husband says I sound like I short when I sneeze. He calls me, oh, I love it. I love it. Merry Christmas to you guys too. Merry Christmas. Back at you, Elk, Washington. You know I used to live in Elk off Camden Road. It was a red house with a white fence. Kind of set down it's a beautiful home. Lived there in the 1980s. Ooh, it was a long time ago. Anyway, my darlings, I just want you to know that you guys have made my year. Many blessings. You'll see me around. Don't you worry. All is well. Is that a Jim Hendrix song? I don't know. Jimi Hendrix song? I don't know. If you sort of kind of feel like popping over to Patreon, I'm going to be talking about some things that we can't talk about on here. And that's starting. So the announcement, Daphne, is that this is the last stream for 2025. I'm not going to be scheduling streams any longer. I'll be coming on here and there, not all the time. You'll see me. I'm still staying here. I'm here. I'm still working the psychic line. I'm going to work on a double doctorate that I've got going on. I'm working on maybe even a book. There's all kinds of little projects, and I just need to pull back the energy for me to be able to do that. But I want to also say thank you so much to my mods. You guys are wonderful. I love you. You guys, the help has just been tremendous. Oh, hello. I love you. Won't you tell me your name? That's that. Yeah, I like that. Oh, there we go. Talk before. Oh, that's right. Not Brendan Heating, but Brand. I sang the jangle, the jingle in Spokane, Washington for Banner Fuel. It sounded like a 1940s, and then they had a new one, and I sang the new one. And the new one, I was dumb and did not get royalties for singing it. But in Spokane, you can hear Banner Fuel, Banner Fuel. If you need some heat, call on Banner Fuel. And then the guys come in. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Banner Fuel on 122 Helena. Banner Fuel, ring. That was it. Is my Patreon link. I will put it. I think it's in the description, but I will put it in my community tab. everything that I'm doing, community tab. And get ready, because if you like conspiracy theories, and if you like, I have to find some new conspiracy theories, because all of them that I've been working on have come true. So I'm going to be talking about some wild things. So come on over there. And unfortunately, it's not free, but it's a way, and I can go live from there. And I can go live from there, and I can talk about, as long as I don't talk about anything about shaxophones, if you know what I mean, then we're cool. And I can say those 9 words that in every court case, and you get dinged on here. So there we go. Is it still on, Tullies? Is it still on? Oh, that's me. I have the big stuff, Bonnie. Yeah, it is fast paced. These ladies have just done fantastic job. So with all of that, from my house to yours, from the house of Zelda to your house, I wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. Big hugs, big love. I'm going to let the live on so you can all say goodbye to each other, and big hugs and love to you. Blessings throughout the year. You'll know what I'm doing. You ain't going to get rid of me that easy. Make sure you subscribe to Veil Keep, so you can find out what's going on over there too. Lots of content over there, everything else. And you never know, if my son will record it, I might even post me singing Oh Holy Night at midnight like I usually do for the last umpteen years, blowing out the neighbors, but too bad. There you are, my darlings. Thank you so much again. And I guess this is it. And I will see you next year. Bye for now, darlings. They'll tell you the facts are clear, but the truth always flickers between the lines. In every shadow, there's a secret that refuses to stay buried. Clues hide in symbols, and sometimes even fate won't show its hand. Voices echo not just from the living, but from the silence they leave behind. I'm Lady Zelda. This is Seeing Crime, where what's hidden doesn't stay hidden for long. Until next time, keep watching.